Hello, my creative friends. I am so excited to share something truly special with you today. My brand new Sunshine Stitch Letter Club. And it is a combination of slow stitching and junk journal gifts. You get to choose which one you want. And you get to choose how you can receive it. So you can either purchase it whenever you want in my Etsy shop, or you can subscribe and get it cheaper if you become a member of my Ko-fi membership. And there's different levels, and every level has comes with the Sunshine Stitch Letter Club. And so if you check out those links in the description, you can explore and find out which ones that you would like. So this is a little corner of joy I've created for anyone who loves slow stitching, handcrafting, and the magic of a handwritten letter. Every month you'll receive a beautifully designed one-page letter delivered right to your mailbox, full of short stories, whimsical sewing tips, hand-stitching inspiration, and a touch of vintage charm. Let's face it, most of us who are watching my channel are vintage, I would definitely say. It's like getting a hug in your mailbox, something to treasure, display, or keep in your project bag for inspiration. And the best part, it's all about slowing down, enjoying the process, and connecting with other women who love creating as much as you do. So this little envelope is what the letter and my welcome letter and my little newspaper will come in. And then if you purchase the slow stitching or junk journal add-on gifts, then it will come wrapped up just like this. So I am delighted that this is already becoming a hit, and I know that once you pick up one, you will love it just as much. So whether you're just starting your stitching journey or have been sewing for years, the Sunshine Stitch Letter Club is a chance to celebrate creativity, imagination, and the little joys of handmade life, all from the comfort of your home. Again, wouldn't you love to receive this hug in your mailbox? So if you'd like to join our community and start receiving a little sunshine in your mailbox each month, click on the link in the description box below to sign up. Purchase it in my Etsy shop or the Ko-fi shop. I can't wait to stitch, share, and connect with you through our letters. That is such a wonderful, new, and exciting option here at Markets of Sunshine that I hope that you will embrace along with the other creative souls. Now I want to move on to something that is totally fun and free here on my channel. And that is my giveaway that I'm having as an opportunity right now that you can participate in. Here are the rules to enter the giveaway. First, you need to subscribe to my channel here, Markets of Sunshine, comment on this video and any of the videos that have an item that you would like to be entered in the drawing for an opportunity to win. Join my mailing list, Sunshine Makers Club. This is how I communicate with you so that I can let you know that you've won, notify you that you've won, and also for you to privately be able to give me your mailing information. This link is in the description box below. It takes you to my Markets of Sunshine email list, and the club name is Sunshine Makers Club. Now, the third way is once you've done these first two, which is very easy, the third step is you're going to have to actually open the email from me after you have subscribed follow all the prompts that tell you, ask you, do you want to subscribe? Yes, obviously, because you want to enter this. And then you will be able to email me your YouTube ID, whatever is showing up right now when you leave a comment. What is that name that you use? Sometimes it's a name, a numbers, your business name, whatever that is. I need that so that I can connect it to you, your full name, and your shipping address. And then that's all you have to do. So the first two are very, very easy. Obviously, comment on the videos that you want to be entered in that drawing. Subscribe to my Sunshine Makers Club. Send me your information that I just gave you. And then that way, each time that you comment, you will be entered into the giveaway drawing. So the weekly drawings right now are for my postcards. So today's video, I'm going to be making another postcard with you. And then the monthly drawing is for the bigger prize, which is one of my handmade junk journals, which I showed you yesterday. And I did a Daphne's Diary junk journal. I subscribed to Daphne's Diary magazine, which I've been wanting to do for years, and I finally was able to do that this year. And so I've made the first two journals out of the first magazine that I received, and I'm using only the contents except for the pages that you can actually write on. But all the other decorative pages are all of the pages in ephemera from her magazine. So whatever's in that magazine, like this one particular one had envelope and stationery, but then I include pages that you can write on, and then each page has little pockets for you to put things in. And then the second journal has already been sent to the winner who won that for that month. And then for November is the fall themed junk journal, which I have showed that here as well. And I've moved it somewhere. I was having to do an order, and when I work on orders, I move things around, and I'm like, where in the world did I put that? Oh, here it is. I've already got it in the bag, no wonder. Okay, so I'm not going to open the bag and have to let you hear all that noise. But it has a clear pocket on the front. I used 4 different digital kits from 4 different makers here on YouTube and Etsy, Ko-fi, wherever I have, joined to support those channels. And so that is the giveaway. Now, for December, I will be doing another Daphne's Diary junk journal that I'm going to be making. And you will get to be following along with me as I start making it. So, next week, today is Thursday, so next week I will start on the Daphne's Diary December giveaway junk journal. And that is for U.S. International, my subscribers and friends for that get to have a $5 off shop credit in my Etsy shop, and you receive that when you join my Sunshine Makers Club at this link, which is in the description box. And I send that out every month, so it's open for everyone who's on my mailing list. And so today, let's work on some more of the postcards, because these are going to be used in regular drawings here on my channel. And these will come to you in a regular postage letter envelope so that it is affordable for me to be able to do multiples of these, because if I didn't do it that way, I would not be able to offer as many as I'm going to be able to do. So these are postcards that were in my mother's photo albums, and so you may not have been around to know that my mother passed away in May, and so I've been going through all her albums and all those kind of things. And so things that I felt like that I could use in my crafting, then I'm taking them out and using them. So these are the ones that I'm going to be doing. So it's one's Niagara Falls. I don't even know. These were from the 90s. I know she went there. Her last big vacation was to Europe, and that was in early 2008, 9, somewhere around there. Okay, so these ones to Niagara and Canada are all from the early 2000s or even 90s. Ooh, some of these are pretty, aren't they? I love that. So, just gorgeous scenery. I have not had the privilege to go to Canada yet, or Niagara Falls. So the ones that I don't, want to keep, then I'm going to make a postcard for you guys out of. Okay, this is a piece of cardstock. I don't know how that got in there. Oh yeah, this is from some of my stuff. Okay. All right, let's move that over there. Okay, here's another one. So, yep, there's that one. That one's kind of cute. I like the vintage look of that. Okay, this one I'll make one out of. That one I'll make one out of. That one I'll make one out of. Isn't he cute? So precious. Okay, I'll keep that one. That, and then these two. This one, I love that one. I love this. Where's that one from? Oh, I don't even know. It's not even in English. Okay, let's see. What does this say? This could have been when she went to Europe. It looks like German or something. Okay. Does anybody recognize that language right there? I don't know where these were from. Nordflank. That sounds like Norway, doesn't it? Yeah, let's see if this is in English. Oh no. Okay, it could be French or something. Yeah. Okay, maybe that's what it is. All right. So, anywho, setting these aside. Now, these are going to be a combination of fabric, slow stitching landscapes, and we're going to do some paper collaging. So I'm going to do a combination of both. And then, like I said, the one that you want to be entered in, just comment on those videos, and you can enter as many times as you want on, any video that I'm making here. And to be entered for the big journal, junk journal, you have to be commenting on my videos, regularly, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so this one, okay, so the back, yeah, so it's a good thing I turned it over. So the back of it is going in the direction, so I can still decorate it this way. Obviously, I'm going to cover all this up, so you won't even know. This one is, again, going this direction. Okay, these two are a different texture. They're very, almost feels like there's lines in it. These are gloss. These are matte. Set those up there. So let's work on the gloss. Okay, so since my last one was the fabric, I'm going to work on a collage paper crafting one today. And set these over here. So let me see here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 12 total. So that's, and how many weeks do we have left here? Okay. But anywho, all right, now let me find my wax paper, and I can get that on my work surface. I do not like to, there we go. All right. Open up a bigger piece. I'll lay this down. And I use whatever's the size of the item I'm working on is, And then I like to have a piece just for rubbing it on top so I'm not having to touch it. So I know there's some of you who are like me who have an issue with chemicals and coming into contact with my skin. My body is a whole lot better. It has calmed down so much because of all the nervous system regulating work that I've been doing for the past 3 years. So if you want to know about that and you want to be able to calm your body down so that you can actually touch stuff without it reacting and your hands turning all red and feeling sick and all that kind of thing, then message me and I will tell you all about it. Okay, so I need glue. Okay, here's the glue. Lay it on its side. It's getting colder at night. When I say colder here in Florida, 50s. And we had that little bit of a cold snap with that Arctic blast that hit the Alaska, Canada, U.S. all the way down to Florida a week ago, and then now it's back to its normal 70s during the day, high 70s, low 60s to high 50s at night, which is very enjoyable. So I have beautiful weather to take a walk with my husband every morning, just enjoying that immensely. Now, my last video was a challenge video, and the challenge was to make postcards, and of course that one was slow stitching, but I'm going to alternate them. Slow stitching one, next one's going to be paper collaging, junk journaling kind of thing. More like the embellishments for junk journals. And but I decided to call it a challenge, and that seemed to spark a lot of interest, and so that's what I'm going to be doing. So we're going to be doing, that was challenge number 1. So challenge 2, 3, 4, I'm going to keep adding to it, and we're just going to grab whatever we have scrap busting. These are going to be scrap busting video challenges. Okay, scrap busting challenges for your using up your scraps and trying to, and then making the most out of what you've spent your hard-earned money on. We've spent a lot of money on this stuff, and so we need to get our money's worth out of this. Okay, so I am just, like I said, I'm just taking whatever is here on my desk, and I am going to utilize it. And this is strictly, I'm not even going into my stash yet. This is just strictly little scraps of what has been hanging around here. And I just happened to start deciding, okay, let's look on the desk. I do have a lot of fabric scraps here, but let me move some of these things around. Let me move my stapler out of the way. I was able to purchase, wait a minute, did I purchase those, or were those ones my mom had? I can't even remember. I think it was the ones my mom had. Yeah. And I found a box of them, small, and they were the perfect size. I thought they were too small at first. And those were actually from the Dollar Tree. So I did that video, and I showed you, and I was like, I gave him a 1 star. My husband said, give him 5 stars for that. He would give everybody 10 stars if he could. Love that man. You gotta love him. Okay, so he is teaching me how to open up my little tender heart, again, because it was kind of abused there for a while, and I've healed from that, but it's like, takes us time to get past all that. Anyway. Now. And this is completely going to be random. Don't even overthink it. Okay, you're not allowed to overthink in this. This is a challenge that you have to just fly by the seat of your pants. Don't overthink it. Just grab and use whatever scraps are on your desk. Okay, those are the rules. The only thing I am doing is a little bit, because I don't want to, I could completely throw all the rules away, but I'm just grabbing here. So first of all, let me just fill it in. Okay. Not worried about placement right at the moment. Let me just grab pieces that I have. I'm looking under this plate. Is there anything else under here? Lots and lots of fabric. Okay, buttons, more fabric, plain. Oh no, this is, oh, okay, I thought this was plain, but it's actually the pattern. Maybe that's what, let me see, because see these, this is what threw me there for a minute. Okay, these are all plain, all right. Those don't go in the stack. This can go. See, this is my copy of a vintage wallpaper. All right, where do I want to tear it? Let's tear it right there. Let's tear it right there. I might go smaller. Okay. Okay, this has got to come down here. Fill in the blank. So this is like a fill in the blank project. Okay, bring this over here. Yeah, bring this like that. Okay. Coming along. Alright, this is a little bit stiffer, but I guess I could put it in here. Alright, let's see. I want a little bit of a longer piece. There we go. Okay, what else we got here? Okay. Ooh, maybe we'll put one of those on top of it. Ooh, okay, this was in a folder, a file folder. I kid you not, all by its little self in my mother's filing cabinet. Okay? Question: if I need only half the onion, which half should I save? Answer: the root half. It lasts longer. Isn't that cute? We're going to put that on there. Okay, so now my mother, you know, I mean, why would she save that? It's like really, really interesting to me, because it's like, you know, the woman knew how to cook. I don't know why she would save that, but I found it fascinating. And as you can see, it's very patina. So, I mean, I don't know what decade that could have come from the 60s for all I know. Back when she was a new wife and mom. My mother was 15 when she got married. And when I turned 15, I used to sit and ponder that. And I said, wow. But when you came, if you understood the background, you know, of my mom, and many women have been through that rough beginning in life, you know, and she had been in an orphanage, parents divorced when she was just a baby, and she wanted a home of her own. She wanted stability, and she wanted children. She wanted a family. So anyway, by the time she was 17, she had my older sister. By the time she was 21, she had me. By the time she was 22, I believe it was, she had my younger sister. And then by the time she was 26 or 7, she had my brother. So I had my daughter when I was 27. So I had my first child at 27, and she had already had 4. So, but anyway, I was just like, man, I was like, there was no way on this earth. And thank goodness I was like, you know what? I felt very blessed that at least, you know, our family was not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It had its problems. But I was not going to do that to myself, you know. I mean, it was like, that was a huge decision. But at any rate, okay, now I'm kind of like, as I'm searching through all this stuff, and I'm finding all of these little paper scraps. So I figured I might as well get them out, even if they're not going to go on this, all go on this particular one. But I will need them for the next one. So let me just clear this stuff up as I'm going along. Okay, so there we go. All right, got this little stack over here still. Okay, so you can see this little stack here probably. Okay, now, liking all of that. So we'll hang on to this. We might use that for something. This little stack of papers here. I'll do another postcard out of that. And okay, those are the ones I'm gonna keep. Okay, now where did I put the other ones? Okay, these are here. See, I've already moved things around looking, and now I can't even find where I did with the others. Okay, I'll find them off camera. Now, so, you see what happens? This is another good thing. You get to clean your desk. This is Clean Your Desk Challenge as well. It's not only like use up your scraps challenge, okay, and making gifts challenge, and clean up your desk challenge, all rolled into one. How about that? You didn't know that, did you? No. And it's like enter the giveaway challenge. Oh, so four gifts in one. All right, so now let me move all of these little goodies around that I have found, and then I will decide what gets to go where. Okay, I like this here. It's a fabric, so he has to go over there. All right, so you know what? This is what I'm going to do. Okay, so we're just going to move these things down here, and then I'm just going to start. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let me clean the tip of my glue bottle. You can see that it's gotten, oh no, it's open. Okay. Looked like it was clogged. All right, now let me clean the tip of this. These are definitely, you have to invest in a poking tool. Definitely got to get one of those. All right, so I'm going to start with this guy up here. I think what I'm going to do, I'm thinking. All right, so I believe I will glue it all down and I'll ink it afterward. That sounds like a good idea. Okay. First, let me see how much I'm going to need, and then I'm going to go ahead and tear it. More or less. Yes, okay. Just going to tear a little smackerel off of the end of that. And then let me put it up there again. Okay, that's good. I like that. Now it's just a matter of gluing the pieces into place. And I just want to make sure that I make it clear about the rules for the giveaway, because people are telling me they want to be entered, but they're not following all the rules and responding to the email. So you have to join the Sunshine Makers Club, my email list, and then you have to respond by sending me your information, which I went over today's video. So your YouTube ID, full name, and mailing address. Otherwise, I won't know who to send anything to. And if you send it to me now, then I don't have to go back hunting you up and trying to, you know, send you your gift, because I run into that issue as well in some of my other giveaways, and I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to chase people anymore. I'm giving you the information for you to know what to do, and then you send it. So if you send it, then you get entered in. If you don't send it, you don't get entered in. Okay? It's as simple as that. I'm just one little old person, and it makes it a whole lot easier for me if you follow the rules, and then it makes my life easier. And then it allows me to continue to keep moving forward with the giveaways because I'm not having to wait on anybody to respond. That's the other thing. Used to be you had to give them so many days. If you didn't hear, then you drew somebody else's name. And I don't like to do that either because, you know, you were excited. You wanted to win. And so that way, if you just follow those rules, it's very simple. Ooh, well, that's okay. You know what I'll do? Okay, after I wipe that little bit of glue off of me. Okay, so housekeeping is out of the way. Let's just move on, shall we? Yes, okay. All right, I want to come down here. And, you know, you stagger your pieces, you know. Unless you're one of those OCD people that you need to have things a certain way, you know, everything needs to line up a certain way or something like that. You know, I understand. I'm not making fun. Please believe me, I'm not making fun. I have my own OCD things. That's why I can talk about things like this. Because I do make fun of myself. I mean, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. If you can't laugh at yourself, I mean, you're going to be in big trouble. So, learn to laugh at yourself. Like this piece. I'm going to put this piece over here. All right. So, I was noticing the other day on YouTube newsfeed that Dick Van Dyke turned, or is going to turn, I'm not quite sure where it is, 100 years on the planet. Can you believe that? That is a milestone. I mean, congratulations. And so it was one of the news anchors. I don't remember if it was Good Morning America or what the name of that one is. Al. I probably said the wrong last name. So anyway, Al. And so I like that man. He's a very nice news person. Anywho, so he was talking about this, and then he added the fact that he wrote a book called 100 Rules to Live to 100, something like that. 100 Rules to Live to 100. So it was 100 and 100. And then he said it was, you know, a good read, and, you know, go check it out. So, like I said, this popped up in my news thing yesterday, so I went and checked it out. And all I did was go on Google and start typing 100 rules, and boom, it came up right away. His book, first online, and it was like for Audible. I'd been... Amazon sends me, oh, you can get Audible and music and all that kind of thing. And I always ignored it because I wasn't into reading. But as you know, if you've been following me, I've been talking about the fact that, oh, guess what? Marcia joined the literary world. And so, you know, outside of the crafting magazines and, you know, obviously my Mary Jane Farm magazine, and then now my Daphne's Diary magazine, I was not into being a bookworm, but now you could definitely classify me as a bookworm. And I started off, you know, a couple of years back, 10 years ago or more, when my daughter was living at home before she got married. And we would go to the bookstore together, used bookstores mostly. And she would spend hours And I would sit down and, I would look at some things as well. And so we were at one bookstore one day and she's like, Mom, go and look and find you something to read. There's got to be something here. So I was like, okay, I was kind of reluctant, but I'm like, all right, give me something to do while I'm waiting on her. And so I did find a nice book. I can't remember now who it was. Somebody I'd seen online and decided it was their first book. And I thought, oh, well, let me check that out. And it was good. It was really good. It was a Western theme, vintage, that kind of thing, And I like that. That's what I enjoy. And then because I like the Hallmark, some of their stuff, and then When Calls the Heart has been one of my favorites. And then when I investigated and found out that it was based on Jeanette Okie's books, then I decided to purchase the first one, When Calls the Heart, and then I purchased the set, the 4 books in the set, the Canadian West. And so I finished those, and then my daughter brought me back from Maine, Lighthouse on Jib Island. I forgot the author's name, but if you go back to my video, you will see me talking about her trip to Portland and Bar Harbor, and so then I mentioned the book in that. It was really good too. I did really enjoy that. That was a very nice, nicely done, very well done. Okay, so I'm trying to see where and how much of this I want to cut. Okay. So at any rate, okay. Now my mind completely forgot. Oh yes, back to Dick Van Dyke. Thank you. Aha, see? This is what happens. He talks about short-term memory loss in his book. It was like, yeah, I'm like, oh my goodness, are we all? Like, we're all there. It doesn't matter what your age. You cannot blame it on old age anymore. Everybody is like this. I think we can all blame it on the pandemic. I'm blaming it on the pandemic. Everybody else blames it on the pandemic. Let's go ahead and blame it on the pandemic. So, I don't know what they did back in 1917 when they had the Spanish flu. Did they blame all the memory loss? Did they have all these issues like we're doing? Anyway, so I signed up for Audible. You get 2 credits, which means 2 books of any book that's on their site, and obviously it's like all the popular things are on there. And then I can just listen to it while I do other things. It was so wonderful. It was so good. So he has a little bit of a introductory in his that he's used, he does himself and his, and then there's a man who is he's hired, obviously whatever the arrangement to read the book, and he does a very good job. I'm very, very pleased with it. And he tells you, I don't want to give too much of it away because, you need to buy the book or go on Audible if you have it, or sign up like I did for free. It's a 30-day free trial, and you can cancel it before the end of the month. You're not under any obligation. There's nothing morally wrong to do that. They tell you you're allowed to do it. So anywho, I said, well, if I use the 2 credits and I like it, and it's 14 something a month after that, I believe it was. And now the only bugaboo to that is I can go on Thrift Books or Abe Books and all those used book sites. Like I bought the Canadian West series for only $13. 4 books for $13. Why would I pay them for $15 a month for 1 book? Doesn't make any sense. So anyway, I'm very frugal with my money. Let me just put it that way. And my daughter, I've taught her to be very frugal too. Oh, my goodness gracious. Sometimes it can be a bad thing to be so frugal, but anyway. All right, let me put this here. I'm trying to, do I want this here with here? It's like too much green, don't you think? Yeah. Too much green going on there, Marcia. Let's move this around here. Okay, so this piece here, I don't, it's okay. I like, actually now I'm liking seeing the other coloring come through. All right, so thinking this right here, that kind of breaks up all that green I got going on. Green is one of my colors, One of my favorites. Orange is the other. So, why you might be noticing that it's like, if you notice what colors I use a lot in my projects. I do like pink also, but I didn't realize how much I like pink. But actually pink, I look very good in pink. So that's what I finally realized. I said, why do I like pink? And it wasn't really, it was because of the wardrobe complementary thing. Okay, I like this. All right, let's see now. I want to put the onion quote on. I think I'm going to save this. I don't want to give that one away. Okay, let's go with this. All right. Okay, I can do the stamp. Good. Don't really want to cover up the butterfly either. Okay, I have this little slogan thing. So I can put it here. Or up here. I'm not really quite sure. I gotta cover this up. So let me cover this up first, and then we'll get around to that. Let me see, what about this? It's like completely. Okay, that's gonna go there. Now let's see about this other word, shall we? I'm thinking like right about there. And again, if you want to be entered to win this postcard, then leave me a comment and do the other steps, and you will be able to subscribe, comment, and join the Sunshine Makers Club, and send me your information. Go back, look at the paper again, and get what the steps are. And that was so smart. I saw my friend Linda over at Icky Sheet do that with her giveaway. So that way you don't have to click on the description box to get all the information. It's right there on the paper. Just pause it, enlarge it on your phone screen, and write it all down, and then do the steps, and you're good to go. I like this. Look at how I go with that. That's why I use wax paper, because see, then it doesn't stick. It will stick, but it can be taken away without it ripping your product or this. I like it. Oh, that has turned out very nice. Really, really nice indeed. Okay, but we're not done. No, I'm thinking I'm going to add something that I usually do not do a lot of. And it's only because I've got this wonderful collection of washi from eb.com, and I have a whole unboxing video on that if you want to go back and watch that and catch that. And then I have a 30% off coupon code that you can use. It's good anytime, and you can take advantage of that discount. But this washi tape, I really like it. I have got to let you know that. Okay, so let's see. And it comes with how many pieces? 37 washis are in the set. There's the larger washis, what is this? 1/2 inch, 3 inches, 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch, whatever these are. Very nice. And the inch. There's also the inch. Okay, so this I like. It has the postage, cancellation. Got to turn it going the right direction. And then the flowers. I think that's really pretty. So we're just going to go right across here. I am going to add the washi. And I'm thinking, do I want to just put a little bit of washi? Or do I want to put a lot of washi? Let me see. Okay, I want this right here. Okay. Bring it over here, kind of, yeah, right there. Okay, because there's the little canceled stamp. I like that. I like that look. Okay. And then, let's see. Take it off right here. I'm going to put this piece over here. Really, this, I don't know what they do to this washi, but it's the best washi I've ever used. Okay, it doesn't start curling and peeling up like all the others. That's why I never was a fan of washi until this. And then I was like, because, you know, you always have to use the glue stick. And here's a butterfly. Love butterflies. Okay. More words. More flowers, more butterflies. You can never have enough. No. Okay, so over here, I want something over here. Right about either here. Yeah, let's fill this part. Beautiful. How pretty is this? Isn't it just beautiful? I love it. Okay. Get a hold of it. What I like, what I'm noticing, is if I leave a little bit of the end open like this, then I can pick it up. I don't know if you were noticing, that was my method to my madness here with all this. I have devised a method because they're so packed in there tight. This, I love this, kind of like a chevron. Okay, let's see. I'm thinking over here. Right here would look pretty, really nice. Yes, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Oh, look at the transformation this is making to this. Just beautiful. So whoever enters to win this one is gonna love it. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? What else do I want? Okay, I want something maybe right here. Maybe something here. Yeah, I think we need something here. Over here. Okay, let's see. What do I have? I notice I'm sticking with like the creamier tones. I'm noticing that for some reason. This or let's see. What about this? That might be, give it some pop. A pop of color. This is really going to be pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you to everyone who is commenting on the videos, but please be sure to do that last step of joining the Sunshine Makers Club and responding with your information, otherwise you're not eligible. Oh yeah, this is really cute. Love this. Okay, I'm going to just tear it right there. Very, very nice. And this has like a translucent effect to it, so it's picking up the pattern underneath of that. That's really nice. Okay, one more, and I want to go vertical instead of horizontal. Let's see what we have that we can do that with. That will add an extra little pizzazz to this piece. Okay, we got the black here. I'm wondering if I should I might just go here with this again. I believe that's what I'm going to do. Cut it with the scissors so I can get a straight line. There we go. Okay, I like that. Very nice. Okay, what do you think? Didn't that turn out beautiful? Look at how gorgeous this is. Absolutely cute and charming as it can be. So, if you would like to enter for an opportunity to win this adorable mixed media paper crafting postcard, then follow those 3 steps and you will be put in the drawing. And then I will announce the winners next week. So this week's drawing is for the fabric landscape postcard. Next week's drawing will be this beautiful paper crafting. And I just realized there was something on here that I did not notice before. So I'm going to take care of that here in just a little 2 shakes of a lamb's tail here. Okay, let me see. Cover that up. Oh. Now I'm going to put washi here. Okay, let's see what I have. Let me see if this would look nice. Ooh, butterflies and dragonflies. Ooh, gorgeous. Just gonna put it on that open spot there. Gorgeous. And I'm going to get the scissors and I'm going to trim it right there. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, now I can say it's done. Oh my goodness, is that ever beautiful? What do you think? Oh, I would just love to hear your comments on this one. Who would love to win this? Okay, put your name in the comments and I will look forward to doing the drawing next week. So thank you so much for joining me here today on my YouTube channel, Markets of Sunshine, and for taking part in all of the fun activities that I have for everyone to be able to take part in. And looking forward to next week's series with my friend Linda, and I hope that you will continue to support us, both of us, by watching our videos, commenting, liking, sharing, all those good things, entering the giveaway, and we really appreciate all of you who are doing so. So thank you. Stay safe, keep smiling, and creating in the sunshine. And I will see you in the next creative video here at Markets of Sunshine. Bye-bye.